All right, let's talk about finding the right home for your options trading. We're going to break down Investopedia's latest review of the best platforms out there for 2026. Picking the right one is a huge deal. It can seriously impact your entire strategy, so let's figure out what makes a platform a real winner.
You've probably seen it yourself. There are so many options, it's kind of easy to get overwhelmed. They all claim to be the best, right? But what works for a pro trading all day is definitely not going to be the right fit for someone just starting out. So our goal here is to cut through all that marketing noise and help you pinpoint the one that's a perfect match for you.
So what really separates the great platforms from the just okay ones? Well, Investopedia looked at a few key things, the essentials. Like, are the trading tools actually powerful? Is the charting deep and easy to read? Do the profit and loss calculators make sense? Or do you need a PhD to figure them out? And maybe the most important thing, is the whole thing actually easy and intuitive to use? And these are the big questions we're asking for every platform we look at today.
First up, let's talk about the best overall pick, tastytrade. And what's really cool about this one is that it was literally built from the ground up by actual options traders for other options traders.
Okay, so you might see that dollar to open fee and think it's a bit high. But here's the secret sauce. It's capped at $10 per leg. And it costs you $0 to close the position. So think about it. If you're trading, say, 20 contracts, you're not paying $13 like you might somewhere else. Nope, you're paying just 10. If you trade a lot, that cap adds up to some pretty serious savings.
So what's the bottom line? Look, tastytrade is an absolute powerhouse, no doubt about it. The capped fees are a massive plus, and their analytical tools are top-notch. The only real trade-off? It's laser-focused on options. So if you want one place for all your investments, this probably isn't it. And just be ready to spend a little time with it. There's a bit of a learning curve to really get the most out of it.
Of course, one size does not fit all in the trading world. Not everyone's a seasoned pro, and not everyone's a complete rookie. So let's look at two platforms that are basically built for opposite ends of that spectrum.
If you are just starting to dip your toes into the pretty complex world of options, Investopedia says Charles Schwab is hands down the best place to start that journey. Schwab makes it incredibly easy to get started. I mean, 0 account minimum, and the fee is a simple, very competitive 65 cents a contract. When you're just starting out, that kind of simple, straightforward pricing is great. It's just one less thing you have to worry about.
Now, the absolute game changer for Schwab was when they bought TD Ameritrade and got the legendary thinkorswim platform. That is huge. So when you combine that incredible tool set with Schwab's already amazing educational library, you get this fantastic environment for learning. It's a full-service broker with tons of products. But just remember, unlike tastytrade, those fees are not capped.
Okay, so you've graduated from the basics. You live and breathe this stuff, and you need a platform that can actually keep up with your most complex, demanding strategies.
For the pros, for the power users, for the institutions, the #1 recommendation is Interactive Brokers. This is pretty much the heavy machinery of the trading world.
Now, at first glance, you might look at that 65 cents per contract and think, hey, that's the same as Schwab. But the value you're getting here isn't about that base price. It's about the sheer, raw power and global access you get for your money.
So why is this one for advanced traders? Well, Interactive Brokers, or IBKR, has what is probably the most complete set of professional-grade tools anywhere. The tech is superior, you get access to over 30 market centers all over the world. So what's the catch? Well, all that power comes with some serious complexity. It has a pretty notorious learning curve, and even the commission schedules can feel like a puzzle sometimes.
All right, let's shift gears a bit. Maybe your absolute top priority isn't having professional-grade tools, but just keeping costs as low as possible. Or maybe you're more of a casual, check-in once-in-a-while kind of trader. Don't worry, there are platforms for you too. If your whole game is about cutting costs down to the bone to maximize your potential returns, then Webull is the one Investopedia says you need to look at. And yeah, that's Webull's killer feature, right there. 0, no commission per contract on stock options. It's tough to argue with free. Of course, there's no such thing as a totally free lunch. That 0-fee deal comes with some trade-offs. The platform itself is actually really easy to use, but it's not a full-service brokerage. That means you won't find things like mutual funds, and the portfolio management tools are a bit more basic than what you'd find at the big, established players.
So what if you're kind of in the middle? You trade, but it's not your whole life. You want some power, but you also want it to be simple. For that casual trader, ETRADE really hits the sweet spot.
ETRADE's pricing is right there with the industry standard, 65 cents. But check out that nice little perk. If you're a reasonably active trader, making more than 30 trades in a quarter, that fee actually drops down to just 50 cents a contract.
And that right there really sums up what ETRADE is all about: balance. It has a fantastic, super easy-to-use mobile app, a really strong library of educational videos and articles, and good analytics. It's a solid, robust platform that manages not to be overwhelming, which is just perfect for someone who wants to stay on top of the market without making it a full-time job.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground. We've looked at the best for pros, for beginners, for people on a budget, and for the more casual investor. So now, let's put it all together and see them side by side.
And here it is, the whole story in one shot. tastytrade gets the win for overall value, especially with that fee cap for active traders. Schwab is the ultimate classroom for anyone new to the game. Interactive Brokers is the undisputed professional powerhouse. Webull is the king of low cost, period. And ETRADE is just that perfect, reliable all-rounder for the casual trader.
And that really gets to the heart of this whole thing, doesn't it? There's no single best platform that works for every single person. The right answer is a totally personal one. It's all about what you need, how you like to trade, and what your goals are.
So I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. After seeing this whole breakdown, what's your #1 priority? Is it squeezing every last penny of value by paying 0 commissions? Is it having the absolute most advanced, powerful analytical tools at your fingertips? Or is it having access to the best educational resources to help guide you on your journey? Your answer to that question is what's going to lead you to your perfect platform.